Here, you're back home, Altavilla Milicia, the home of your great-grandmother. What do you think about that? Beautiful farming area right on the sea, beautiful mountains. There she is, Bis Nonna Romano. Here, let's take a picture by the side. They moved to Palermo, actually, so it's your great-grandmother's family. They moved to Palermo, though. They're from right here. In the streets of your old grandmother, then before town, 1700s, I found people that were living here most. Some other places they moved from or were born in. This building definitely is here. A lot of it's new. Little suburb, I guess, Palermo. This is the oldest church in Vanessa's ancestral land. Sanctuary, Madonna, Altavilla Milicia. There we go. I got it. Yes. All right. So some people, Vanessa's great-grandmother family originated from here. Maria Romano, who was in the San Jose, California in 1900s U.S. Census, immigrated in 1898. Her parents and grandparents, the different Romanos, like Cologero Romano Jr., 1826 to 1879, he lived, and his father, Cologero Romano Sr., 1789 to 1854. They lived here for sure. And this is the biggest church in this small village, so I bet them and their family definitely went here. But oldest person I found from this place was born here back in 1744. Wow, it's pretty cool. Let's talk about them more in different areas of the town. But yes, they're working on this church. It's closed right now. We can't go in it. Nice people around. Guys, probably from the 1600s. I'm thinking maybe 1800s. Not sure. I'll look it up later. But to the ancestor, we're back for Vanessa. Your grandfather's mother family came from here. And, they stopped doing it for a second. The construction. People gotta work though, man. I get it. Alright, this is the oldest church for Vanessa's family, city, part of it. The other ones came from Palermo. It's close to the sea. It's up in the hills above the sea. Because the sea was filled with pirates and dangerous invading armies and all kinds of stuff for thousands of years. So the only people that could hack that were the rough and grumble fishermen, and also the soldiers, military people, regular people like children. He didn't want them near the sea, man, in the old days. It's dangerous. Day in Altavilla Milicia here. The streets are empty. It's really kind of weird. We're walking around. There's some cars driving around. They got an American flag on his helmet. And all the restaurants closed. But this is a ancestral stop for Vanessa. Yeah. It's a small little village kind of thing. Oh, look, this guy's closing. They got a logo like that. They got a festival here for some famous church, the Santa Maria, Madonna. And all the doors have these little beads on the front. It's really interesting. Want to see what's inside that store? Walk by this little meat market. The guy liked Ancestry. His last name is the same, Romano, of the same person that came here. That was really cool. Got to be a connection. Who knows, man? That's why we're here. dealing with someone in the car though about something serious. Scusa, you had to go talk to them. I want to buy a bottle of wine from these guys. They're nice. We are in Altavilla Milicia. There's the main church of the town where the Madonna painting is. Here's the sea. Here's the mountains. This is a place where someone named Charles P. Gulo, who's the father of the camera woman, is here. Vanessa Small, mother's, so that's your grandfather. The main city of Palermo is kind of right on the other side of that big rock over there. You got this mountains looking over here, ancient history of Phoenicians and Romans, Greeks,
and palm
Carthaginians, Normans. There's a Norman castle over there. There's just
palm trees.
Some Roman ruins right down there. There's amazing coast. There's a modern train going by along the water. That's where we're gonna ride later. Palm trees, there's citrus fruit, there's wine from here, there's espresso. There's a wedding going on in a church built in the 1400s, I believe. A painting or a vision of the Mother Mary saved this little town from pirates in the 1600s coming in from the shore. That's why these villages like this are built up away from the sea, up the hill, because these seas were filled with pirates of all different nationalities back in 3,000 years ago. It was always a problem here. Invaders, all kinds of stuff. So let's focus on why we're here. We are here because my camera woman, partner in life, DNA is from this village. Partially. Her mother's grandmother is from here, who was on the 1900 census in San Jose, California. So that she actually moved to Palermo over there, the big city, which a lot of rural Sicilians did. In the late 1800s, early 1900s, while the Kingdom of Italy got together, it became more urban. Go out that family. So Joseph J. Gulo that's the Charles P. Gulo's who I met in San Jose, your grandfather. His father was from Palermo, right over there. He immigrated in 1907. His mother, Francesca D'Amico, that's his mother. Nobody knows who his father was. Joseph J. Gulo was an immigrant to San Jose. His wife was a woman named Maria Romano, who was on the 1900 census, immigrated to San Jose, California with her parents, who Giuseppe Romano and Angelina Consargia. So she lived 1885, not sure when she passed away. Couldn't find the record for some reason. But she went to San Jose, California as a kid. Her family origins are all from around here. Her mom and dad were from this village, moved to Palermo. They were born in 1848 to lived in 1926. Angelina Cassandra, 1847 to 1916. All right, so let's focus on the Romanos, a big-time family of this place. We met a few Romanos here, and everyone we talked to knew the name. All right, Collegio Romano Jr., 1826 to 1879. Was born actually in a little town in the mountains called Menfi, but moved here and lived. His father was Collegio Romano Sr., 1789 to 1854, so we're going into the 1700s. So all these people likely went to this church, which is why we're filming this right here. And his father, this is the furthest back we got, is Giuseppe Romano, 1740 to 1821. So Giuseppe, who immigrated to San Jose with his young children, was named after his great-grandfather from here. So that's as far as that line goes. Shout out to all them, the Romanos. All right, that was only about the men. All right, so let me focus here. Giuseppe Romano's wife was Santa Buffalo, 1744 to 1834. Ooh, that's a long life. We just met a guy that was 100 years old from this place. People live a long time here. And she was 90, even back in those days. Oh, such beautiful air, beautiful scenery, beautiful people and family, close family friendships. I could see how that happens in the Mediterranean around here, Sicily. All right, let's shout out some other people. So Collegio Romano, his wife was named Antonia Gaetano Campisi Lombardo. Lived from 1785 to 1835. Also in your DNA, a Lombardo. Her parents were Giovanni Lombardo, 1765 to 1842, also from here. And Maria Ann Nicoletti, born 1765, don't know the death date. All right, shout out to all them. So let's go back to the Romano Jr. His wife was named Giovanna Lobosco, also from here. She lived from 1830 to 1901. She was actually born in somewhere called Alia, but moved here eventually. Her dad was named Giuseppe Lobosco. He was from here, 1795 to 1871. His father was Pascal, ooh, that's a cool name, Pascal Lobosco, 1751 to 1811. And his mother was Angelina Mazzola, lived to 1811. All right, there was another person here. Oh, his wife, okay, Giuseppe Lobosco's wife was Nunzia Farina, 1800 to 1837. And her parents, Vincenzo Farina, 1767 to 1851. And his parents, Marino Farina and Antonio Giuliano. Oh, I'm sorry, and I have his wife too. Vincenzo's wife was named Giovanna Muccia, who we also met someone who was a Muccia, M-U-C-I-A. I'm probably butchering all these names. All right, so 90%, actually 100% of all those people that just shouted out is related to you, who's holding the camera. They lived in this place during a time when the Kingdom of Italy started. The end of the time of the Spanish times, when this was part of the Spanish Empire, the Aragonese, and their ancestors before them, there's no record of, but there's a lot of interesting stories for sure. Who knows where they maybe came from originally? Lombardo's actually related to the Germanic Lombards name. So a lot of those people came from the north, but you know, a lot of mixing happened, different things in history. Oh, you have a mosquito. When's it? I got it.
I don't want to film anymore.
All right, so that's shout out to the, of course, especially Italian families, and really everyone in the 1800s, 1700s. Of course, there was many siblings and uncles and aunts and this and that. Second cousins, you know, likely there are still many people that you have shared DNA with in this city. But we're leaving it now. The bride and groom is about to come out from this historic church. They got a Maserati ready to pick them up. That's how they do it here. That's pretty cool. We're walking out of here now. Ciao. Family history fascinates me, man. I think it's fascinating that Vanessa's family came from this little village here near Palermo, and some of our other family came from Palermo, and how they immigrated from here all the way to California in 1890s, which is incredible if you think about it, because the Panama Canal wasn't open yet, so they had to travel from here by boat. It took weeks. They got to New York, probably Ellis Island. then they either had to go around the tip of South America on an extra long boat ride to get to California. Or they might have taken the train or wagon train across the country, I'm not sure. But you see the farms down here. Why they went to San Jose, California was because of the farmland there. From here, they're experts at agriculture. So they went there. Silicon Valley, before it got paved over by Apple computers and Google and all this crazy shit. It's not crazy. It changed the world. Silicon Valley is where I'm from, I know. But hundreds of years before the computer world of California, the land of Santa Clara Valley was one of the best farm agricultural lands on earth. So the peaches and oranges and apricots and all this stuff is what they grew there. So they were doing that here, like these farms right here. That's why they went to California. They did arduous journey. The woman that family was from here was on the 1900 census in San Jose, California, which was like a small town at the time. That's awesome, man. And even crazier is that that family in San Jose, the farmers that came from here, they connected in World War II because he was in the army. He went to the East Coast. He met another Italian immigrant family woman and married eventually. And she was from right across the sea there, from the area of Napoli, so another southern Italian, but a different upbringing as a Philly, East Coast Italian, very different. The connection of Palermo and Napoli through United States immigrants and East and West Coast, and he brought her back from Philly to San Jose and led to my girl Vanessa's mother, who's 100% Italian, a quarter. She's a quarter Napoli, a quarter some other area, Torrento. Kiss me, please. And half Altavillia Milica, which, you know, she met my girl, my wife, partner in crime's mother, married her father. So he's not Italian, he's a big mix of a lot of other stuff we found. That's a whole other story, but we're focusing on this because we're here. And it's cool to do that kind of stuff, man. That's what I think. I like it. I love it. History. Epic drinking with Ray in the town of Vanessa's ancestry, one of them in Sicily. Two we can't get to, they're too far away, but one we're staying in Palermo, so that counts.
That's the same.
This is Sicilian grappa.
No, that's the other one.
Ooh, strong, 42% I think. So grappa is the ultimate. Man, there's a lot of mosquitoes right here. Grappa is the ultimate environmentalist liquor because it's used from leftover of making wine. Here's a darker one. Ooh, I like the darker one better.
At some point, we're hoping to get to a winery.
Tons of mosquitoes. I love making videos. Someone gave me a gift of a Chicago Cubs shirt. My Polish family is from there, and my Michael Wilbon, so I wear it with pride. Why not? We're going over there. Mare. What a place Sicily is. All right, this ruin of something looks like it was rebuilt. It's like a watchtower. But you see in the interior there, those bricks? Those are Roman bricks. So that was a Roman something. There's the Mare, Sicily. We're in a place, Altavilla Milicia Up there is where she is from. Maybe a descendant of Romans. Who knows who? Phoenicians, Greeks, Arabs, Carthaginians. In the old days, living on the coast, beachfront property was dangerous because of pirates and invading who knows what. So a lot of these villages are built up here. Defensible position so they don't get attacked, folks. That's why these little towns are built up here. Little goat farm. Got some citrus over there. This is crazy. Ooh, the shepherd dog's mad at me. There he is. You hear him. Oh man, they got a lot of mosquitoes here. Right near the sea. Pretty incredible, man. Bellissimo. Old Sicily. Empty beach. Oh, there's one person. Crazy. Woo.